Hey everyone, it is Monday, July 31st, 2017, and it's time to go to work on music. It's been a great day so far, finally back in the groove. Thank you. And it feels so good. It's going to be an awesome session here. I'm going to hit some online classes, talk you guys through what I'm doing there. I'm going to hit a good guitar practice. I'll update you guys with what I'm doing on that front. A little bit of the notes from G4, just kind of scratching the surface of what I learned there, starting to integrate it. And then I am going to hit the production front hard and try to knock out this riff in the bridge of this song that's been hanging over my head for a couple weeks now because I was gone last week. So hopefully going to get some sounds going for that and get some preliminary takes so that I can crush that in the next couple days and move on with some drum tracking. So appreciate you guys for tuning in as always. Let's get right into it. All right, really good session there. It feels so good to be back in the groove, just knocking stuff out, getting things done, moving forward, conquering resistance, all the good stuff. I got it on the online class front and just started moving forward with some launch day strategies in my music business class. And the main takeaway there was just making sure that you've done your due diligence in the pre-launch phase, and that way you can kind of relax when the launch day comes. Hopefully you've automated everything like the emails and the social media posts and all that kind of stuff on the back end, and that'll make life a little bit easier, and hopefully you can just enjoy the fruits of what's probably some pretty legitimate labor in most cases. So that was great, and then I moved to a quick guitar practice, just working through my Musicism online class, just reviewing some of the songwriting lesson in the early stages of the guitar course. I think I'm probably ready to move on from that, but it was good to just do something familiar and easy today to ease myself back into it. And then I did a little bit of singing practice, just working on the melody for this tune I'm working on right now. And I was kind of playing around with it. I haven't sung it in at least a week, and it was great. It's definitely a little rough, and I'm not sure exactly how I want to place the vocals, but I'm happy that I'm getting some fresh ideas, and I did feel that the melody before was a little restricted, and I want to experiment with loosening it up a little bit. Then I moved into the production front. That's where I'm sinking most of my time these days. That's where I'm putting most of my time in my practice sessions right now, because my main goal as far as my overall growth as a musician goes is to start really getting great music out. And if I can do that and maybe get some revenue coming in from that, that's going to buy me a lot more time and to do my instrumental growth and dig deeper into my classes and things like that. So I want to make sure I give that its due. And it's also a great way to capitalize on this business class that I'm taking. And I just think, as far as my goals as a musician go, the more income I can generate from music, the easier it will be to continue making music and to invest more energy and more resources into moving myself closer to that goal. Is that the only way I can hit my goals as a musician? There's probably other ways, but that's the the track I'm on right now. And I'll admit it's a little scary. It's the first time I've really done it this way, and there's a lot of unknowns, but at the same time it really feels right, and I've thought through this quite a bit, and I think this is the best direction for me to go. And if it's not, then I'll learn, and if it is, then awesome. I'll be on a whole another plateau, and I'll be able to keep growing my skills the way that I want to, and keep, hopefully produce really good music that a lot of people can enjoy and get a lot of value from, myself included. So There is nothing wrong with that, in my opinion. I will be honest and say for some reason it's strange for me to talk about music and money in the same sentence, and I don't think I'm alone in that respect, and it's kind of a weird subject to broach, and it's not something that a lot of artists discuss necessarily, and it's not something that a lot of artists necessarily deal with. But when I'm honest with myself about my own ambitions, I would really like to be an artist who understands the business side of the equation and can execute that in a harmonious way with my music, and make sure that everything I do on the business side, everything I do on the artistic side, everything I do on the back end side is really in alignment with the principles that got me going on this front with my life in the first place. That's definitely more than I planned to talk about with that, but it just kind of came out, and I was feeling like, why do I feel guilty about wanting to make money doing music? That actually makes a lot of sense. I think this is something I love, maybe more than anything else. Certainly at times I can say that. And to be able to be validated financially with it, I think money is a big way we assign value in at least in America, but also in the world. So there's that aspect of it, of just being like, great, I actually did do something that other people connected with, and it was in line with my own values, and that's awesome. And at the same time, it can fuel my growth in a really positive and beautiful way. And if it doesn't end up being that, then I'll just move on. I'll shut it down. I'll forget about it. So I feel like I'm in a good position where I can control a lot of the variables that otherwise wouldn't be in my control, and I'm really excited about that journey. And making money with this record is not the number one goal. The number one goal is making this record in line with my vision, making it the best it possibly can be. And part of the reason I want to do that is because that's just what I'm about as an artist. But another part of that is I want to feel really good when people buy it. When people buy it, I want to feel like, yes, you got something awesome, it was the best it possibly could be, and it's going to resonate deeply with you, and it's something you're going to get value out of for the rest of your life. I want it to be something of substance, of quality, of value. So I'm working to make that happen. And I've been kind of hesitant to bring up the financial thing in the videos. It just, I guess, is kind of a soft spot for me right now, and I'm working on that. I really don't want it to be that way. I want to be able to be open about it with myself, with everyone else, and not have it be this big elephant in the room kind of weird thing, and just have it be okay. You know, it's an art and it's a business, and maybe those things are not incompatible. Maybe there's a way to harmonize those things so that they work synergistically, they support each other, and that's really what I'm going for. And if I can't make that happen, then I'll just do something else. Anyway, hopefully that wasn't too much of a good thing there. So on the production side, I was working on the bass part, or the riff part for the bridge, which is good. I think I got that to a good place. Then I was working on getting some sonics together. That was sounding good for the most part. I changed the balance a little bit of the track so I could hear the bass really well when I was tracking, and then I just tracked some parts. And I think I probably got at least one take that's good. I'll listen back tomorrow. I usually don't listen back on the same day because I just don't feel I have enough perspective, but I'll listen back tomorrow and let you guys know what I decide to do. If I don't like what I have, then I'll keep tracking them. If I feel like there's something I can get that's better, I'll keep searching for the thing that's really killer. And if it's really killer on its own and it doesn't look like I'm going to get anything better, then I'll just roll with it. But usually the first day of tracking, I'll come listen back and realize that sonically or something like that, there was something off, or rhythmically I just have a little critical distance, and then it allows me to be a little more intentional with my takes. I feel like the first few takes are sort of exploratory, just getting some ideas down. It's like a rough sketch or a rough draft, and then I can come back and refine with some of the later takes. So that's what I'm doing. So anyway, I hope you guys are out there grinding toward your goals, enjoying the process, having fun with it. That's what I'm out here doing, and I wish you guys the best. Appreciate you guys for tuning in as always. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for more. Till then.